Are you thinking of selling your luxury home? If so, it's important to work with a real estate agent who is an expert in this price point of homes. Bryan Buhr, a luxury collection specialist and real estate agent at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties, is with us today in studio to explain why your luxury home needs a luxury agent. So, welcome back. You haven't been in this studio yet, so we're talking.
Nice. Nice and bright.
Nice and bright. So tell us, what's a luxury listing?
Right, so a luxury listing can mean a lot of different things throughout the country just because of different income levels. But Berkshire classifies luxury listings as listings that are in the top 10% of the market. So in our area, that's a listing that's about $500,000. So now at Berkshire, once you've sold a number of listings at that price point, you're allowed to take some extra training and become what's called a luxury collection specialist. And that just, like I said, it's extra training that really focuses on kind of the extra wants and needs that buyers and sellers have at that price point of homes.
Right, and I think that's like very important that you would know what those things are. So, you know, how is marketing a luxury listing different than other listings?
Yep, and so the thing is, I tell people we don't do much different. Basically, I've kind of expanded my marketing towards luxury listings, and then we also use those kind of extra tidbits for all of our listings. So it's not like we treat anybody different, but the thing is, in the luxury market, you cannot cut corners. You absolutely need professional photography. You absolutely need to be priced correctly, and you really, really need to think about where your buyer is coming from. So, you know, if it's just a standard house, you know, your average house per se, in our area is around $270,000, 90% of the time that is going to be a local buyer. Once you get into that luxury price point, the odds that that buyer is from out of the area or even out of state greatly increases, so you need to know how to reach those people.
Right, and you're reaching people that, this might be a second home.
Right, absolutely.
You know, things like that. So how do you reach such a small pool, you know, of buyers?
Yep. So kind of the way to do it is to try to expand your pool of buyers. So like in Becker County has a population of about 35,000 people. Otter Tail County has about 60. Just in Cass and Clay County, you have almost triple those numbers. So odds are, if you're at a higher price point, you want to really focus some of your marketing dollars into that area. The other thing that we do is we do professionally produced listing videos, and that helps our buyers that are out of area or out of the state really get a good feel for the property. The thing is, like, if someone is going to drive 7-8 hours to view a house, or if someone is going to get on a flight to view a home, you better entice them, and you better not, like I said,
like, this is like your own show. You look like you're on your own show here. This is great.
I am very fortunate to work with some really good people that help me put these together. But it is, like I said, there is so much more that you can learn in a video versus just photos. Videos also search better for Google and stuff like that, because there's just so much more data. So it is something, if you're, like I said, we use it on all of our houses, but especially at this price point, it's almost a necessity to get top dollar. I mean, you can sell a $1.5 million house with cell phone photos, but you might only get 1.2 for it. This is great.
You know, and like those drone videos too, just you really get, I mean, you could almost buy it on spot,
So honestly, in this last year, I've had 3 offers from people that have never stepped foot in the house.
Wow.
People from out of state that have seen our videos, and usually when someone is making an offer like that, sight unseen, they're not messing around. I mean, those are all good offers that usually work out.
Right. So if someone's looking at buying a luxury listing, do they need an agent who specializes also? In these?
Yeah, absolutely. I think they do. So the big thing is, on our Fargo MLS, we have about 950 agents. In the last 2 years, there's only been about 30 sales over $1 million.
Okay.
I'm fortunate to be one of those 30 agents.
Well,
so
congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. But there's only so many people that have been able to work with a seller to kind of understand their pain points in those price ranges. And I think for a buyer, I mean, the best way, if you're going to represent a buyer and negotiate well for them, is to really understand what the seller's thinking.
Right.
So it is something, I think. And then obviously, the more of these type of houses that you've been in, the easier it is for you to price them understand what's fair, what's a good deal, what's
Exactly,
not.
because there's a lot of things that are added that.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean,
How do you price some of those things?
And it is just experience, and even when we work with people building, I tell them, they're like, what are cabinets? And I'm like, you can spend anything from $5,000 to $50,000 on cabinets. So it's but being able to see some of these homes, see the quality, and then start comparing really, really helps.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Brian. Great information.
Yeah.
How do we get in touch with you?
The easiest way is by cell, 218-850-2004. We also have a YouTube channel, Facebook, just Facebook search Bryan Buhr, Berkshire Hathaway. And on the Facebook and YouTube, we have, this video and then a lot of examples. And you can see how many views they're getting because they help a lot.
Yeah. Well, hopefully those views are going to go up now. You're going to have a lot of subscribers. So thank you, Brian. Appreciate your help and your information.
Thank you.
Coming up on today's show, we are going back to check in with OK Tire and see how the service is coming along.